Imagine the ancient forest resonating with the profound words of sages, unraveling the mysteries of existence through dialogue. Words that continue to illuminate Indian thought today. Welcome to Lecture 6 of our audiobook series on Indian philosophy. I am Dr. Surendra, your friend, philosopher, and guide, here to lead you through an in-depth exploration of the Upanishads' core teachings and their philosophical significance. This lecture, designed for both beginners and advanced learners, will deepen your understanding of the Upanishads' metaphysical, epistemological, and ethical insights, equipping you to articulate their role in Indian philosophy for academic purposes. By the end, you will analyze key doctrines, evaluate paths to liberation, and synthesize their influence on philosophical systems. Let us proceed with scholarly dedication and curiosity. To begin, let us briefly recall the Upanishads' role, as introduced in Lecture 5. Known as Vedanta, they are the philosophical core of Shruti, shifting from Vedic rituals to knowledge, Jnana, for moksha. Composed between 800 to 500 BCE, they include over 200 texts, with 10 to 13 principal ones like the Brihadaranyaka, Chandogya, and Katha. For academic purposes, note, the Upanishads, or Vedanta, focus on Jnana Kanda for liberation, distinct from Karma Kanda. Students, consider this lecture a deeper dive, building on their foundational role. Now, let us delve into the Upanishads' key metaphysical teachings central to their depth. They explore the relationship between Atman and Brahman, debating whether they are identical, non-dualism, or distinct, dualism. The Chandogya Upanishad asserts Tat Tvam Asi, thou art that, claiming unity, a cornerstone of Advait Vedanta, while the Katha Upanishad distinguishes them through Nachiketa's dialogue with Yam, suggesting dualistic separation, prefiguring Dvaita Vedanta. This tension shapes Indian philosophy's metaphysical landscape. Another concept is samsara, driven by karma, where ignorance, avidya, binds us to suffering. The Brihadaranyaka Upanishad uses neti, not this, not that, to describe Brahman, negating limited attributes, while the Mundaka Upanishad likens Brahman to a spider weaving the universe, emphasizing its creative essence. Exam. Upanishadic metaphysics debates Atman-Brahman unity or distinction, as in Tat Tvam Asi and Neti, addressing samsara and karma for moksha. For beginners, picture this as a cosmic puzzle, uniting self and reality. Let us explore the Upanishads' epistemological insights, focusing on Jnana as the path to liberation. They refine knowledge through tarka, systematic debate, using shabda, sagely testimony, anumana, inference, and meditative pratyaksha, perception. Sages like Yajnavalkya in the Brihadaranyaka advocate intuitive realization of Brahman, while Uddalaka in the Chandogya employs anumana with a salt and water analogy to infer Atman-Brahman unity. This epistemology contrasts Vedic rituals, prioritizing inner insight over external action. Exam. Upanishadic epistemology advances Jnana through tarka, shabda, anumana, and meditative pratyaksha, as taught by Yajnavalkya and Uddalaka. Students, think of Jnana as a lens, focusing truth through dialogue. The Upanishads also introduce Satchitananda, being, consciousness, bliss, as Brahman's nature, a metaphysical epistemological synthesis. The Taittiriya Upanishad describes Brahman as layers of existence, food, life, mind, knowledge, and bliss, while the Mandukya Upanishad analyzes consciousness in waking, dreaming, deep sleep, and Turiya, fourth state, beyond duality. This framework influences Vedant's non-dualism, engaging schools like Nyaya and Buddhism. Exam. Upanishadic epistemology and metaphysics integrate Satchitananda and Turiya, as in the Taittiriya and Mandukya, shaping Indian philosophy's understanding of Brahman. For clarity, consider Satchitananda as Brahman's essence, being awareness, joy. Let us address the Upanishad's ethical teachings, linking dharma, karma, and moksha. They advocate three paths: karma yoga, selfless action; bhakti yoga, devotion; and jnana yoga, knowledge. The Ishvasya Upanishad teaches all this is enveloped by the Lord. Renounce and enjoy, emphasizing non-attachment in karma yoga. The Shvetashvatra Upanishad praises Shiva in bhakti yoga, while the Mundaka distinguishes higher knowledge, parvidya, of Brahman from lower knowledge, apravidya, of rituals, prioritizing jnana yoga. The Katha Upanishad guides Nachiketa to prioritize spiritual wealth, embodying ethical discipline. Exam: Upanishadic ethics advocate dharma, karma, and moksha through karma yoga, bhakti yoga, and jnana yoga, as in renounce and enjoy and Nachiketa's choices. For you, ethics here are pathways, navigating life toward liberation. Key thinkers in the Upanishads include Yajnavalkya, Uddalka Aruni, Nachiketa, and others whose dialogues drive these teachings. Yajnavalkya, in the Brihadaranyaka, develops Neti, Neti, and Atman Brahman unity, influencing Vedanta. Uddalka, in the Chandogya, uses Sat to teach Atman Brahman, refining epistemology. Nachiketa, in the Katha, seeks moksha from Yam, shaping ethics. Their Tarka engages schools like Nyaya, logic, Vedant, non-dualism, and Buddhism, Anatman. Exam: Upanishadic thinkers Yajnavalkya, Uddalka, Nachiketa develop metaphysics, epistemology, and ethics through Tarka, shaping Indian philosophy's diverse systems. Students, these sages are philosophers dialoguing toward truth. The Upanishad's philosophical significance lies in their role as Shruti, bridging Vedic rituals to inquiry. They influence Astika schools, Nyaya's logic, Vaisheshika's atoms, Sankhya's dualism, Yoga's practice, Mimamsa's ethics, Vedant's non-dualism, and engage Nastika schools critically. For instance, Buddhism's Anatman challenges Atman, while Jainism's Anekantavada aligns with Tarka's multiplicity. Exam: The Upanishads, as Shruti, provide depth on Atman, Brahman, and Moksha, shaping Astika schools and prompting Nastika critique, forming Indian philosophy's core. Students, they're the soul, animating all systems. For examination practice, consider this question, evaluate the metaphysical, epistemological, and ethical contributions of the Upanishads. Your answer: the Upanishads, or Vedant, focus on jnana for moksha. Metaphysically, they debate Atman Brahman unity or distinction, as in Tat Tvam Asi and Neti, Neti, addressing samsara and karma. Epistemologically, they advance jnana through Tarka, Shabda, Anumana, and Pratyaksha, integrating Satchitananda and Turiya. Ethically, they advocate dharma, karma, and paths like karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga. Their influence shapes Astika schools and engages Nastika critique, forming Indian philosophy's foundation. This is detailed, structured, and marksworthy. For first-time students, let's recap new or deepened terms. Jnana Kanda, knowledge; Satchitananda, being consciousness bliss; Turiya, fourth state; Neti, Neti, not this, not that; Parvidya, higher knowledge; Apravidya, lower knowledge. Use prior terms briefly as needed. These are your tools. Define them clearly. Indian philosophy deepens here in these teachings. Next lecture, we'll explore specific Upanishadic texts in detail. Prepare by asking, How do these insights reshape your understanding of reality? Until then, review this depth, define terms with precision, and approach this study with intellectual commitment. Farewell for now. Our journey continues.